I'm going to create a virtual machine storage account as well as a data factory and add monitoring to each one of them. I'm going to create a resource group. I'm going to call it monitor RG. I'm going to select create to create the resource group. If I select refresh, it should pop up eventually. And monitor resource group showed up. Now I'm going to create a VNet. I'm going to call it VNet 1. I'm going to leave everything else as default. I'm going to create a storage account. I'm going to call it Madman with 3 zeros and a 1. For primary source, I'm going to select Azure Blob or Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. And for redundancy, I'm going to select locally redundant storage. I'm going to leave everything as default. I'm going to leave the enable public access from all networks as default as well. For data protection, I'm going to uncheck everything because I'm going to do the environment afterwards. But technically, you want to have all these enabled. And I'm going to leave the rest of the items as default. So I'm going to select review and create. I'm going to create the storage account. Now I'm going to create a virtual machine. I'm going to select the monitor resource group. I'm going to call it VM1. And for availability zone, I'm going to select no infrastructure density required. And for the image, I'm going to select Windows Server 2022 Data Center Azure Edition. And for the server, I'm going to select Sender DC1 SV2. And for username, I'm going to enter Mark and enter the passwords. And for the OS disk, I'm going to select the dev and test to lower the cost a little bit. For networking, I'm going to leave all the networking as default and the rest of the things as well. So now I'm going to go to review and create. I'm going to create the VM. Now I'm going to create the data factories. I'm going to select the resource group, monitor resource group. I'm going to call this Madman. And for the region, I'm going to select Canada Central. For Git configuration, I'm going to leave as default. Networking, I'm going to leave as default as well. Same for the advanced. I'm going to select review and create. And create. Now I'm going to create a log analytics workspace. I'm going to select the monitor resource group. I'm going to call this Madman Law. And select review create. And create. Now I'm going to create the data collection role. I'm going to select the resource group monitor RG. For the region, I'm going to select Canada Central. I'm going to leave the platform as Windows. For resources, I'm going to select add resource, and I'm going to select the VM1. For collect and deliver, I'm going to add a source. I'm going to select performance counter, and I'm going to select custom. And for destination, I'm going to add a destination. I'm going to select Azure Monitor logs. And for the workspace, I'm going to select the Madman law I just created and add data source. Then I'm going to select review and create. Oh, and I missed something. Oh, the rule name. I'm going to call this monitor DCR. Now I'm going to select review and create. And I'm going to create the data collection role. I'm going to go to the resource. So there's performance counters. I'm also going to add a resource. I'm going to add the virtual machine. Now I'm going to go to the log analytics workspace I created. I'm going to go to logs. And I'm going to search for heartbeat. This shows that's capturing the heartbeat for the virtual machine, which it says it's up and running. You can also go to the virtual machine itself, VM1, and under Insights, you can select Enable. And it's going to create a new data collection data collection rule in Canadian Central using MSVMI default workspace. And it says here it could take up to 5 to 10 minutes to configure this. I select refresh. Select refresh. And now I'd actually refresh the actual web page. And now you can see the performance of the virtual machine. And you can see the CPU utilization is at 0%. Available memory is at 2.3 gigs. And there's actually a network connection. Now I'm going to create an alert for the data factory. I'm going to create an alert rule. I'm going to create an alert rule for failed pipeline run metrics. And going to base it off a count. And I'm select the threshold is greater than 0. And it's going to check every minute and loop back every 5 minutes. And I don't have any actions for the group, so I'm just going to leave it as default. And details, I'm going to keep it as informational. And I'm going to select review and create. Oh, sorry, I had to add a rule name. I'm going to call this monitor rule. And go back to review and create. I'm going to create the rule. As I don't have anything set up for Data Factory, I won't get any alerts. Now I'm going to delete all the resources that I created. So I'm going to the monitor resource group. I'm going to delete the resource. For the network watcher group, I'm also going to delete this resource as well. And for the default resource group CCA, for the virtual machine monitoring, I'm going to delete this one as well. As they get deleted, they should disappear. All the resources have been deleted. And that concludes the demonstration